All right, so welcome to the first ever Table Talk Live. I'm DJ Howes. Normally, you would see me using a puppet or a PNG of a puppet. I'm joined with Beard Jitsu or Michael, and then we have Blue Onyx with us.
Hello.
I'm excited to finally get this started. It has been a long time coming. I'm glad to see that it's actually starting finally.
Talking about it for years, right?
Yeah. Yep. Nope.
Yeah.
We started
Years?
off for years. We talked about it for a while.
Damn.
And we just couldn't nail down how we wanted to start it, or how we wanted to go about even like the name or what we wanted to talk about. So
Yeah.
I'm just glad that it's finally here.
I think a lot of people just talk about doing a podcast, but they never really pull the trigger. So
Right.
It's kind of cool that
It do be like that.
I don't know. Just try it.
Well, I mean, that's the hardest part is just getting it started and going. So I'm kind of glad that it's just finally started. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think the hardest part is just getting past the initial jitters and just doing it.
What jitters? What are you talking about?
It only took me about a year worth of streaming to finally feel comfortable enough to do it, let alone show my face.
Well, I'm still not there.
Yeah, well, let me tell you.
I actually made a PNG tuber of my face. So I actually thought about using it, but maybe next time.
I still think you should cut his head in half and then do the whole South Park talk with it bouncing.
I know. I could do that.
I think it would be hilarious.
I'm not Canadian, but I could do that.
It looks like Bad Wolf Mama's got some hard time with loading going on. But, so, one of the big things is we wanted to do the podcast live so that way people could actually chat and, come in and say what they gotta say and, give us feedback. Or maybe submit some of their own stories or something like that we can kind of read through and... I don't know. I liked the idea of the podcast being live in a sense where people can interact with us freely back and forth.
Absolutely.
It reminds me of the Reddit days.
Yeah, kind of. I
miss those.
really wish I could have gotten that working a lot better. I think the reason why I was having so much trouble with that first Reddit stories stream was I was still so new with the webcam trying to work the puppet. I just could not make it happen.
That and carpal tunnel.
You get the...
Oh, that's true. I could use the PNG tuber.
yeah. I miss the Reddit stuff. We had so much fun with that.
I'd have to restart that again. Okay, so who wants to kind of go first? I've been sitting on my stories for a minute now, but I think it would be fun to start with one of you guys.
I mean, I have 3 stories. You said you had, what, a couple?
Yeah.
I got 4 now.
Depends how embarrassing are we talking? Are we talking, do you want to start with the most or want to build up to the most?
It is as embarrassing as you want to go.
Because there's embarrassing stories that, when I was a kid, it was more embarrassing than it is now as a dad, telling them. Then there's stories that I wasn't as embarrassed as a kid, but now as I'm an adult, I'm like, yeah, that was, really embarrassing. So maybe I'll end with those stories.
Yeah, because I know for the first one I kind of want to go over, it's you ever think about something that happened to you when you were younger and it makes you cringe so hard you almost just want to stop thinking about it? Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's kind of the story I'm going to open up on.
Gotcha.
Starting out wrong.
Yeah. It's like a Band-Aid, you just rip it off.
Yeah.
Oh, the wound is still there.
No healing.
Yep, no, it just festers.
Depends on how close to Gen X you are, if you can heal or not.
Yeah, okay, but straight up though, there are definitely just some stories there are no recovering from.
Yeah.
So the one I'm talking about is it's one of those things where I kind of hope to God my sister never sees this.
Oh yeah, that's the one. You were hinting at this one, but you didn't tell it because you were saving it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm cool with you going first, Michael.
I'll totally go first, and I'll just do one that was embarrassing to me at the time as a kid. As an adult, I'm like, that just happens, So it was a time I crapped my pants and on a field trip. Well, it was kind of a field trip. I was going to a camp in Colorado, and we were doing some hiking in the fields and around the mountains. And I just, I had to go to the bathroom, and there was just no place to go. And I thought it was a fart, but apparently it wasn't a fart. And I'm walking around with pooped pants, and I get on the bus, and I'm trying to, keep it a secret. And one of the kids are like, what is that? So somebody crapped their pants, and yeah. So it was incredibly embarrassing at the time, but now I'd look at it and I'm like, oh man, I would be really sad, for a kid that happened to. It's more of a sad story now, But it was like, as a kid, it was super embarrassing, and now it's just sad. I mean, as an adult, you're like, that happens, You never know when it's going to strike, Don't trust a fart.
No, you never trust a fart.
That's the knowledge that you would gain from that story. Just don't trust a fart.
Somehow you made it sound like it's so poetic.
I could do old English. I'll retell it in old English.
Oh, man.
You have to. Shakespearean style.
Experience.
Dude.
Oh yeah, as a small child, there I was upon the fields with belly in hand, crouching among the bushes, deep in concentration, wishing I was closer to a place where I would release my inner woes. But alas, no, it did not happen. I was ramped up. And upon the bus I did ride, ashamed, in deep sorrow, amongst my peers, who I don't think ever knew it was me. Yes.
Did you manage to hide it?
A delightful time.
Did you?
I don't think anyone ever knew. I mean, I'm sure if they would got, I always kind of kept my distance from people, just kind of not get too close,
right?
Because it'd be obvious. But yeah, it was not pleasant.
No, I don't blame you. Ooh. I don't blame you. Do you want to go next, Blue?
Does telling another kid's story counts? Like it's not my story.
I mean, I'd be down for that. Like, especially if you were a kid at the time, man. If you experienced it, that always counts.
I get some good ones from other kids. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, like talking about your story reminds me of another kid who also crapped his pants. Well, technically he didn't, but he fell onto it accidentally.
Dude.
It's so bad talking about it.
It's one of those things where no matter how old you get, fart jokes are always funny.
It's true.
It's true, yeah. Especially if you use it as a jump scare. So when this kid, it was in elementary, right? We were close to going home, and this kid wasn't in the class yet. And he really should have not get in the class at that time, because we were close to going home, and he hurried back with, oh my god, I can remember it. It's so weird. His pants were all dirty.
No.
Just like caked on.
Yeah,
dude.
I think he did try to wash it off, but still, oh my god. I really hope he really didn't came to the class back and just waited until everyone go home.
Just waited it out. Dude, sometimes that's the only real option.
Exactly. And I'm like, oh my god, this poor guy.
Yeah, that's gotta be so embarrassing.
It's hard to live that down from other kids.
He was crying too.
Yeah, the other kids will remind him that for years to come.
And that kid is me right now.
Oh yeah, see, you're reminding me of it now. He's gonna come across the stream. They're still talking about that. Oh.
Okay, but here's the thing though, like, since we're already like going on with the poop stories first, I think it's time that I might as well touch on my single most embarrassing moment ever. And I never got caught.
Is it also poop related?
It is poop related, and I never got caught. Okay, so so I think it was like 12 or 13. Me and my brother had just done like a sleepover at a friend's house. We did like a full 24-hour. We're gonna stay up like as long as possible, get home the next day, and then we're just gonna continue to stay up until it's bedtime. It's like, let's just stay awake till it's night and then just have no choice but to go to bed. And during that whole time, I was so tired that the only thing I could kind of do was just eat and play video games. And I wasn't thinking
Real.
about using the restroom, doing anything else about taking care of myself. And then about 2 or 3 a.m., I woke up, like right after this sleepover, with the most horrendous gurgling in my stomach that I've ever had in my entire life. And just for some context, like, the bathroom was in a hall, and then there was my sister's room, and then behind my sister's room was my room. So in order to get to the bathroom, I had to walk through my sister's room to get to the bathroom.
Those kind of rooms.
Yeah. So I'm like clenching my cheeks as hard as humanly possible and like trying to be quiet while walking through her room. And I'm about halfway through her room when I shit myself. Now, okay, but the problem is I'm also just wearing boxers. So there's nothing to catch it. And it's not it's not diarrhea or nothing. It's just a solid turd that dropped straight onto my sister's floor. I remember being so tired. I stop, I look at it, and I was like, I'm going to pick that up. And I continue going back to the bathroom. I just continue going to the bathroom. I finished up going to the bathroom. I walk back to my room, not remembering to pick the fucking turd up off of her floor. Go to bed. The next morning, she wakes up screaming, and there's a giant fucking turd on her floor. And I remember my father going in there, and he goes, oh, did the fucking dog shit on the floor? So I walked in there, and I was like, oh, man, the dog took a massive turd on the floor. And I just fucking rolled with it. And it was like 2 years straight afterwards where she just would not let the dogs in her room because she did not want the dogs to take a shit on her floor again. And like, I've always kept it to myself that was me who shat on her floor.
Oh my god.
Someday, when you're all old, you're going to go up to her and go, it wasn't the dogs.
Exactly. It was I shat on your floor. There's a part of me that feels so fucking terrible about it, but I can't. Yeah, I had to blame the dogs. I was so fucking embarrassed that I shit myself. I was like, I just gotta blame the dogs.
I had a similar one. I didn't even plan this one. I had a similar one staying over at my cousin's house. For some reason, we all decided to sleep in the same bed. Like, we were pretty young. And I still occasionally had bedwetting issues. I was probably like 7 or 8. And, dude, I soaked that whole bed with everybody. And I knew it was me. I knew it was me. And I never said anything. So it was just like, naturally, the blame like trickled down to the youngest, which was probably Daniel.
Oh, man.
No.
I remember waking up. You know, you wake up and you're like,
so many
it's nice and warm. And you're like, then you look over and there's other people in bed with you, and you're like, crap.
You just gotta play it. You gotta like blame somebody else and pretend you don't know what the hell happened.
What's going on? Who did this?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's one that popped up. Yeah, you were telling your story. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that happening. Yeah,
That's the thing, though, is like, especially when you're a kid, there's so many times where it's just restroom-related problems. You know what I mean? Like, that's the biggest one, I think, for just about everybody.
It takes the pie.
Yeah, well, now that I've put it out there on the internet, it's something I can be less, about.
It's more impressive that the turd is.
Lucky you didn't step on it on your way back to the bedroom. Just like slide across the floor.
It's amazing. I don't even like. The thing is by the time I finished, I don't know. I was so tired from that sleepover the previous night that after I went to the restroom, I just completely brained the fact that I was gonna like pick it up, and I just went straight back to bed. Dude, yeah, I felt so bad about that.
Maybe you didn't realize you actually dropped a turd. I mean, that could have happened too.
No, I know I did.
Like, oh, this was just a phantom turd.
I was just so tired. I just didn't give a shit. I left a shit.
You left one, yeah.
I left one.
Well, you gave it in some manner.
In some manner.
So then, what happened? Did someone else clean it?
I think my father picked it up thinking it was a dog shit.
No! You're going to be like, Dad,
No.
It wasn't the dogs.
Yeah, I gave a shit to my sister's room. That's exactly right.
Oh, that's a good one.
Man.
No, that was, like I said, the single most horrifying, embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me as a kid. And I got away with it too, which is the worst part. Nobody knew. Unless they did know and they just weren't gonna, like, bring it up. But I'm like, somehow, some way, they must have realized that wasn't a dog turd on the floor.
I mean, is it really embarrassed that someone didn't found out?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Technically, you got away with it.
I did get away with it, but, like, just the fact that that is a thing that happened, it still causes me to cringe when I think about it. I can't.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't think any of my stories are that good, even combined. Corn.
Yeah, when did the dog eat corn?
Exactly.
I remember feeding them corn. Kibbles and corn?
That's the thing. I don't even know what the hell I ate the previous time, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm assuming that they just went along with
It
it.
was a good match, whatever it was.
Yeah, apparently. We had small dogs
obviously,
too.
nobody will shit on the floor. Clearly, it's the dogs.
It can only be the dog.
No, it's definitely the dog.
You were there.
Larger than the normal dog turd. It's
Man.
definitely the dogs.
I can't. I know. So one of the other things I was gonna bring up too is at the time I certainly wasn't embarrassed by it, but so me and my brother were a bit of like, we were kind of like wild childs, and Michael could attest to that. We weren't exactly.
100%.
Oh, dude, we were fire and gasoline.
Okay,
You know,
yes,
one
sir.
of us, well, one of us would have a bad idea,
bad
and the
mix.
other one would say that's an awesome idea.
Let's follow through.
Yeah. So it would like, we would do a lot of like, what if these dogs are... Dude, that's the thing, is I would have thought for sure they'd be like, why is this shit so big? Because we had small dogs. They were small dogs.
They're mini pens.
They were miniature pinchers.
Yeah, they're tiny.
That's why
turds.
I'm like, the
Not-
thing is I
not,
remember
you know.
it being a freaking huge ass turd. But so where I was going with the other story though is so we would my father had a boat in our backyard, and it was just tall enough where you could stand on it and like be seen over the fence. So we would go out there and we'd fuck with traffic a lot. And at some point we thought it would be like a great idea to start like flashing the cars with our asses as they go by.
Sounds like you guys.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But what ended up getting bad was when we decided we gotta go piss, but it was too much fun mooning everybody, so we ended up turning around and pissing over the fence. And that was fun up until we had an officer driving by, and we had to jump into our neighbor's backyard. And he had a whole ass garden back there, dude. And I remember us hiding back there to the point where we eat, like, okay, so our neighbor, it's always shit with these stories. It always comes back to more poop jokes. But we ended up going back into our neighbor's backyard. He had a whole garden full of vegetables. And we didn't want to, like, leave his backyard because we're kids. We're like, the cops saw us, we're going to get in trouble. We'll just hide in his garden for a couple hours and then come back. And we ended up coming back full circle where he knew we were hiding back there. He didn't know why. He thought we were just playing. Our neighbor was cool with it. But we ended up sitting back there for so long, we had to use the bathroom. So we shat in his garden where he was growing his vegetables. Why? I just realized it's 2 poop stories in a row.
Natural
But,
fertilizer.
like, he ended up...
Yeah, fertilizer.
Dude, he ended up getting rather upset about that.
Oh, he found out?
Oh, yeah, he knew we were back there. So when he went back to his vegetable garden, and there were turds in his garden... Why? I just realized it's always shit with my stories, apparently.
Bad simple surprised. I don't think he knew.
Hi. Alright, let's move away from the poop jokes. Who wants to go
I think we
next?
should.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, I have a really embarrassing story where I embarrassed my mom really bad
This is one
at
I
a
was
family-
really wanting to hear you talk about.
at a family reunion, and we were visiting we were living in Arizona at the time. We were up visiting in Indiana, and my Aunt Lois was known to be a bit of a hoarder of both objects and cats. So, and for some reason, my mom made the mistake of saying, "Oh, her house doesn't smell very good" or something like that. I don't know when I heard or where I heard it, but she made the mistake of saying something like that in front of me, which is a bad idea to begin with when I was a kid. So we're there, we're outside of her house, we're all hanging out, all my aunts and uncles and their spouses, and my grandmother and grandfather and their siblings, whichever ones were left at the time. You're talking about the late 80s. And so I'm like, Mom, I gotta go pee really, really bad. She's like, can you wait? Can you just hold it? And we'll go when we leave, we'll stop at like a gas station. I'm like, I can't hold it. It's impossible. It's like, I was gonna pee my pants. It was gonna be a pee my pants story.
Oh no.
But so she's like, okay, go inside,
Exactly.
use the restroom, come back out. Yeah, just don't touch anything when you're in there. So I went inside to the narrow walkways. It did smell very strong of cats. She had a bit of stuff around, you know what I mean? But it did smell of cats, you know, which I wasn't used to at the time anyways. We never really had cats growing up. So I pee and I come back outside, and me and my big mouth, I walk up to my mom and, like, as loud as I can say it, like, "You're right, Mom. Her house does stink."
Just as loud as possible.
Everybody heard me. Like, I said it clear as day. So,
Dude.
yeah, my poor mom. That was, like, so embarrassing for her. And then even after I said that, even as a kid, I was like, oh, wait, crap, I shouldn't have said that. That was kind of stupid.
Caught yourself a little too late.
I think I even apologized to my mom after that, you know, and I was probably like 9, maybe 10. So, yeah.
At that point, you
Me and
just
my
use the
big mouth.
microphone.
Me and my big mouth. Attention, people!
Her house.
House stinks! Don't go in there without a rabies shot.
That's so hard, dude. And that's the thing, though, is it really does come down to, like, kids have no filter. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they will parrot whatever they hear an adult say.
It would have been fine if I would have just said, "Mom, her house stinks." But saying, "You're right, Mom."
Yeah. Yep. Just verifying what.
Right, Mom.
I'm verifying what you told me earlier about her house smelling real, really bad. I mean, it was awful.
I feel like, yeah, it definitely been better if you said just as your own opinion.
Just as my own opinion. That'd have been great.
Yep.
Or not say anything at all. How about that? Let people live the way they want to.
That's the best option.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Man, I don't know if my stories are even compared to you guys. Mine are just small bites.
Well, that's the thing,
of
though.
Funny,
Okay, but that's
funny
the
stories.
thing, though. But it doesn't have to be compared. That's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? Everybody's experiences are different. That's what makes it beautiful.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm not the chaotic kid like you guys, especially on school. I'm like the goody two shoes.
But see, that's
But I have my
why.
moments.
But that's why, like, a podcast really works if you have people with, like, such varied backgrounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we
Most
all
of
come.
my embarrassing stories are from elementary school.
Well, dude, elementary school is, like, the best time for, like, picking up those kinds of stories, though. The weirdest shit happens to us when we're elementary.
The garden of...
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because you figure what? That's where you're learning how to socialize for the first time ever. You're gonna do some weird shit.
Yeah. So there's one time, I think I was in first grade or second grade. I don't remember, but it was very, very early. So at that time, we had like this session of photo shoot, like for your report cards, you know?
A photo shoot for your report cards?
Yeah, like we will
Like a
have
mugshot
like
they put on the
small
side.
portraits of us in our report cards.
That's cool, though.
Yeah, Yeah, that's really awesome.
You guys don't have this? I thought it was universal.
No.
No,
Oh,
they didn't have
okay,
cameras when I was in school.
No. Sitting there in school in the 1700s, like, I don't have any.
Yeah, we had to like take a clay tablet and kind of put cuneiform marks on there.
Sorry to interrupt you, Blue. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. So I was like really, really young at that time. I don't even remember what happened. I just remembered from my mom telling it. Even then, she didn't even remember what exactly happened. But during those photo shoot days, I was like, obviously my mom is always taking care of me and always dressed me up for the photo shoot. Like it took like I don't know, one hour to prepare before I go to school. And the moment I got into school, this is the part I don't remember. But I think I was with other kids and somehow I cried. I cried. So my eyes are all red and puffy. After all those makeup, it all just, you can imagine a kid with messy eyeliner.
No.
It's like streaks going down your face.
Yeah.
How old were you at the time when that happened?
Remember, it's like first grade, second grade. So very, very early in school.
So she had you
And
all
my
makeuped
hair
up
was
for
all
that?
faded.
No.
I think
dude.
she always put effort in dressing me up. And I don't know what it all means. Obviously, I'm a kid. I'm just like sitting down and then wait for her to do her thing. So during the photo shoot, I cried, right? And my mom come up to me, what the hell happened? After all those 1 hour, I was dressing you up and you cried and now you look like a mess.
Dude, that's so hard though, especially for such a young kid.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't think it really affects me because I told you I don't remember. I only remember it when I found the actual photo of me in a red background and my eyes are all puffy.
Oh no,
with
so they
the
kept it too?
reddish frown. Yeah, they took the photo in the end.
Dude.
I think it was like close to my turn. So they
It's
just,
very fresh.
just take the picture already. Other kids are waiting.
Yeah.
And I just sat there with the most puffy eyes.
Nope.
And my mom with a pack of tissue trying
Oh
to
man.
fix it up. Again, I still don't remember what happened. I still don't know what happened that made me cry. And I just remember it when I saw the actual photo. I look like a mess. I look so mad.
What was my ex's car? So, Bad Wolf says, me as a full-blown adult went into the gas station to use the restroom, came back out and opened the door to what I thought was my ex's car, sat down in the passenger seat just to look over and see a stranger next to me. I was so embarrassed. At least y'all stories happen as kids. Okay, but that's real though. Like,
Man, that's great.
Oh,
especially if it was like a similar car, that's more than fair.
Mm.
I feel like I may have done something like that, like something similar to that.
I've almost, yeah. I've actually tried the doors of other
Yeah,
cars.
walk
I'm
up
like,
and try and
why isn't
open it.
working? Yeah, it's
oh
happened
no.
more than I like to admit. Yeah.
I think I have something similar, but nothing worth telling that I don't remember. Like
That's what I thought.
small interactions, I think at the back of my head, but I don't remember what happened exactly. I feel like every person will have at least one experience of what's the word?
Like misplacing the right car, like walking up and trying to go either into the wrong place or the wrong car.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's like, especially if you're not paying attention, you see the color or you see the car and it's the right color and you're like, oh, that's mine. Like, time to just
Yeah.
go in. Because I
Exactly.
know I've definitely tried opening up some fucking car doors before that. Like, I left a gas station and I tried opening it and then just had like the person inside just look at me and it's like, oh, my bad. You know?
This looks just like my Lamborghini. What are you talking about?
Your Mama Jeannie says I was probably 4 or 5 when I grabbed a stranger's hand thinking he was my dad. Poor guy was horrified. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I like how the guy
Yeah.
was horrified, not you.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, there's a child.
Yeah, we had janitor at our school that he drove his pickup truck with a shell on the back, and he would come clean the school or whatever. For some reason, I was hanging out in the back of his truck, me and my two other friends, Oscar and Desiree. We were just like hanging out, and they ended up like, I got really tired. They ended up going inside, and I ended up falling asleep in the back of his pickup truck. And he didn't know I was in there. He closed it up, and he like took off down the road. And
No.
you understand, I was going to a school where my mom was a teacher, and my dad was like the principal, and we had like 100 students there, so it was like a decent size for a church school basically, and everyone was like freaking out. And he had the crap scared out of him when he was like pumping gas, and I started like banging on the inside of the shell.
No, that must have been horrifying.
Scared the crap out of all the adults. I was fine. I mean, I'm like, I was asleep there.
I mean, but when it comes to like weird things that happen to us as kids with cars, like the number for that is like intense too. Well, I mean, also I guess it also can depend on like when you grew up. So being a kid in the early 90s for me, I remember my father had like one of those those 4-door cars where they had like the large bench, like the flat bench in the back window. And I remember like laying down in that back window bench and him slamming on the brakes and rolling off and hitting the seat and crawling back up into the window. Or like it also being the 90s, so you end up getting the chicken pox and my mom sticking me in the trunk to keep the sun off of me for some reason. Abuse? Abuse? Maybe. I don't know. Coughs in homeschool.
Man.
What was the reason on putting you in the dark room for chicken pox?
I don't know. And then we were
going. That one.
I don't know.
Man.
Apparently, I wasn't supposed to be in the sun. So it was like,
dark.
Yeah, so it was like, oh, you can't have the sun on him because of the chicken pox. Yeah, exactly. It's like, so we're going to your grandma's, get in the trunk or get under this blanket if we're going somewhere. It's like, what the hell? Are we still talking about embarrassing stories, or is this trauma based now? I don't know.
I feel like those two go in hand together.
Dude.
Yeah, to me, it wasn't really embarrassing at the time to have my dad as principal and mom as a teacher. I was too young to find any embarrassment, and I was pretty young at that time. Yeah.
I always thought the concept of homeschooling was like interesting.
I wasn't homeschooled at the time. That was great. That was a full grade school. I was homeschooled during like high school, but I was at a church school basically through grade school. Yeah, I called myself the king of grade school.
King of grade school?
A lot of followers. I stopped developing then, and my body's gotten larger.
Was it like an actual public school, like a public church school, or was it?
No, it was considered a private school. Like I said, I think we had a total of 90 students, and it was K through 12. So yeah.
I've always wondered how when it comes to homeschool, how do you do like documents and stuff?
Now it's way easier because you can actually do via like the internet and actually be taught by real teachers, licensed teachers. And,
okay.
You would follow back then. You would follow curriculum.
Get your own books.
Yeah, you would follow curriculum
for your parents.
Right. They made curriculum for homeschoolers that was approved, and like a Becca, and then I think BJU had like curriculum as well that was made for homeschoolers. But yeah, you'd follow the curriculum, and I think they would like send the tests off to wherever the curriculum came from, and they would do like the grading and make sure that everything's on par with where it needs to be.
See, but when it comes to something like homeschooling, I feel like there should be some kind of vetting process that needs to be done first before you can enroll your child in homeschooling. So that way, they can make sure, like, oh, okay, so the child's not being abused by these parents, or not being kept away from people that can protect them if need be, type stuff. You know what I mean?
The public school system here in Indiana actually offer a K through 12 online homeschooling.
Yeah, there's a lot of schools that are moving over to being like online schools.
It's because of COVID. It's all COVID. And they realize that
Yeah,
you know
would
if
have
something like that
COVID.
happens again, they would still want kids to get their education.
So Bad Wolf says they would have state testing done at local schools,
Yeah.
but their parents were horrible at homeschooling. And that's
Yep.
the thing is like, you know what I mean? If you're not like built to be a teacher, you probably shouldn't
Yeah.
do it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like I know
exactly.
I am far from a teacher. I wouldn't trust myself to be like homeschool my kids.
Right. That's why I feel like
Or
it's now
yeah.
that most people have a choice because of the internet and because they're actually connecting with real teachers now.
Right.
And it's just the job of the parents to put them in front of the computer and just make sure they do the work.
Do you realize the concept of that? You figure what, like 30 years ago, 20 years ago, would have been
Unheard of.
mind-boggling to like anybody. It's like you want me to sit my kid down in front of a computer? I won't even sit them down in front of video games. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't
I see.
know.
It's amazing how much can change in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing with don't sit at the TV too close. And
Right,
with
you'll
the
go
VRs.
blind.
Heard it all the time. Heard it all the time.
Yeah, that was.
And now we got VR headset.
Yeah, exactly. You got a screen literally like an inch and a half from your eyeballs. I did that.
Or in the future.
Yeah, that argument didn't last long. That's for sure. There's no way. No.
But genuinely though, do VR actually damage your eyes?
I wouldn't think so. Like, with how long we've had VR now, I mean, you can even go even further back. What was it? The Nintendo Virtual Boy. It was like black and red colors, and you would like wear this headset like real close to your eyes. Back in the 90s, was it? 80s? When did I think the Virtual Boy came out late 80s. But even
Late
back
80s.
then,
It's
like it was like same as a VR headset. You wear it real close to your like eyes. I think if there was any kind of danger in that, they probably wouldn't have gotten away with doing VR headsets. It would have to come with some kind of disclaimer, a minimum age for VR. So I feel like it can be too healthy. Well, that's the thing. So, but that's the thing is
a VR headset to your child right now.
right. So, but the thing is
My
the
2-year-old.
age there? Is the minimum age there to protect their eyes, or is it just there to protect them from all of the nasty fuckers that
General.
are out there, like
Yeah.
on a lot of the VR spaces?
Yeah.
But I mean,
Of
no
course, we don't
kid.
know we don't know about brain development during the developmental years in like VR. Like, what is there something that
Yeah.
happens?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though, is like because you're immersing yourself literally in a virtual world where your eyes are actually perceiving it as reality, like your eyes should. So, what kind of impact would that actually have on a developmental mind? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Developing
good
mind.
idea for a creepypasta.
That would make for a good, like, scary story.
It's like I don't know the title, but it was the kid of never learning anything and just staying in one room for the rest of his life,
What,
and
what
then
is
suddenly got out.
the?
There was a
It's the real
there was a
world.
psychologist that did that. I remember hearing about that in one of my
Yeah.
psychology classes.
But this time
yeah.
it's VR.
What the
Yeah.
book Ready Player One? It kind of dives into that because they attend
Yeah.
school in VR with their own little like their own personas and stuff.
Oh my god, they do?
Yeah. So there's an entire
That's
movie,
so-
and they have the book, and I think I initially came into contact with the story through the movie, and it kind of opens up with him like in this VR space with his character, and all the other classmates are like weird monsters and elves and stuff, and they're all just in class in VR, and then it like cuts to him being home in this like tiny little like essentially box with his bed and stuff and no parental supervision, and it's just everybody's living their whole lives in VR. They're working and making money in VR. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a very interesting concept.
Like if you haven't read it or watched the movie, it is so worth watching. It's interesting because I feel I don't know if they dive into it in the book, but it would be interesting to kind of take a guess on how, you know, children interacting with VR on a daily basis, like how that would affect their development.
Then they took it off and wondered why everything is so realistic now.
Right. What is it? There was like this phrase going around in like VR chat rooms about is it phantom feeling or something like that, where it's like, oh, their character touched me in VR and I could feel it, which you know is bullshit like 80% of the time. But if somebody actually like spent their developmental time in VR, is that something that would actually like form in their brain, where it's
Probably.
like, you know, some kind of phantom sense, like phantom touching sense?
Right. It's like the ancient swordsmen being around with their blade for so long that they begin to feel the blade as a part of their own body.
Right. It's
That
like it's
kind
an
of thing.
extension of my arm.
Right, yeah. You start to gain sensation through the blade.
They took off their VR and wondered when they reach out to a person, it doesn't phase through their body.
Yeah. They just walk into a wall.
I'm like, what the hell? This guy saw it.
Having kids literally just walking into walls at school.
Here comes a VR class.
They can do slash no clip.
Yeah, exactly. Phantom limb pain. Yeah, so that's exactly what I was thinking. So, you know, they spend a lot of this developmental time in VR. It would be kind of like a phantom limb pain, where it's like, oh, they touched me in VR because my brain is still registering that I should be feeling it. I'm gonna feel it. Like that would be what I would think would be like a potential consequence of something like that.
Do you imagine they can implement smells in VR?
What was it? South Park with their smell-o-vision?
Yeah. There's gotta be a way to do that.
Yeah, they
There would
had
have
a
to be
joke
some kind
going
of
for that.
aerosol or some kind of chemical machine that could make infinite smells.
Well, I mean, with how bulky some of these
That's so
headsets
weird.
are, I mean, it wouldn't be impossible to like sit there and put in like different like base scents, and then they can mix it within the helmet to present a smell.
Yeah, like burning flesh or bullet
Yep.
wound.
Yep. I mean, you know, it'd come down to that
Zombie.
though. Like smell the
Imagine a horror
apocalypse.
game like that.
Oh
No
yeah.
one wants to smell that.
It's like, oh no, time to crawl through the sewers. Exactly.
Yeah.
What was it?
So technically, it's just like an advanced version of vaping.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
That would essentially be what it is.
Or that drink where it's just a scent, you know, on the top, and you drink the water and it tastes like the scent. Yeah.
Yeah. That where it's just like
Today's
water
sponsor.
inside. So I was thinking earlier, one of you guys it was either one of you guys or it was maybe Bad Wolf. What does Bad Wolf say? I think kids would struggle with separating VR from reality. Oh, 100%. 100%. But somebody had brought up, what is it, grabbing a stranger's hand? Or was that Mama Jeannie who said that?
And that was Mama Jeannie, yeah.
Okay, so it reminded me of a time when I was a kid. We were going out and doing yard sales, which is essentially where you just drive around to, like, people's houses where they're selling crap out in their fucking yard. We were in a pickup truck, so even as a kid, I was just driving the back of this pickup truck being thrown around early as shit in the morning, barely awake. And we had pulled off, I don't even remember where in the hell in the city we were, but we were this was in Arizona, so we have a lot of saguaro cactuses, like those really tall cactuses with the arms on them. And I'd gotten out of the truck because they were all looking at stuff, and I walked over to the saguaro cactus thinking that it was my stepfather at the time. And I went to go give him a hug, and I ended up hugging this entire ass cactus and ended up with the thorns all over my body.
I think I remember that happening.
Do you remember that?
I think I remember hearing that you got hurt on like a cacti or something.
Yep, I tried hugging a fucking saguaro cactus because I thought it was him because I was so tired.
Those needles are no joke.
No, they're thick and they're all ribbed and stuff. They hurt coming in and coming out.
Yeah, they're hard to get out.
How did you remove them in the end?
Well, that's the thing is I don't think that they got stuck in me because when I pulled myself off, I don't remember having any stuck in me. It's just with saguaros because those thorns are like attached to those cactuses so hard that like you end up like peeling yourself off of the thorns when you like release them.
Yeah.
Oh.
And bad. Yeah.
I thought it was like the cartoons where you hug a cactus and the thorns just stuck in yours.
Yeah, teddy bear choys are like that, or jumping cactus. They'll like get in your leg, and back when we were hiking, we would have to take like 2 sticks to like grab them, pull them out, and you just be bleeding.
Well, we would also use like combs, like hair combs, and then you could put the hair comb between your leg and the jumping cactus, and then just pull it away.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would have been way easier.
Because that we had that happen to me at one point because we were doing hiking like you were talking about, and then I was being rude to my sister. She's like 3 years younger than me. I was like 8, so she was like 5, and I was being a dickhead, and she pushed me down the hill on this fucking hike. I ended up rolling down the hill and into a bunch of fucking jumping cactus. We had to like comb it out.
Man.
I should have been a lot nicer to my sister growing up.
You should have. You should have.
I guess that's karma.
Yeah,
So
no, that's definitely.
she knew about the crap in the room. She just didn't tell me.
Yeah, she's like,
Pushed you downhill.
yeah, you're going to be causing me a lot of problems.
Man.
So you got any more, Michael?
I got some stories of just being really mean, kind of like assholes to other kids, but I mean,
I think that counts.
it's like in psychologically manipulative ways. I was never a direct, proprietor of aggression, but no, not really. Me and my friend thought it would be hilarious. We knew a couple of girls that went to a church. Go to school. They went to the church. We thought it'd be funny to buy some Russell Stover candy boxes and eat all of the chocolate out of them, and proceed to find the best dried up pieces of dog poop to put in as chocolates.
Oh no!
And we gave them. We made them all nice and gave them to them, and we got in trouble for that. It was so stupid. I guess the mom, when she called my dad, was just like laughing the whole time.
Okay, well, I mean, at least it wasn't like they ate it. Oh, man.
I really thought they actually ate it.
No, it's like, obviously.
Oh my
when
God.
when you open it up, it's obviously not Russell Stover's.
God, dude.
Oh wait, how
It's
did
like
you
the-
pick it up in the
Like the
first
teen
place?
version of Russell Stover's.
If you have to ask how they picked it up.
Once again, we use sticks. And I think it was
Oh,
shovels and
okay.
sticks. Sticks and shovels, yes. We did not touch them. We didn't have any, like latex gloves or anything, so.
At least you guys weren't absolutely gross about it.
I don't think I've told anybody about that story. That was like one of the few times when I've been mean in a way. Like, I wasn't mean a lot as a kid, but yeah.
Always the poop jokes.
I don't
It's
know.
always
And
has
when
to do
you,
with
It's
poop.
another poop one.
about
Growing
kids.
up, everything is about poop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially when you're
It's
younger.
hilarious.
Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, dude, no matter how old you get too, poop is always like fart jokes and poop, it never gets old.
Never gets old.
It never does. But man,
How does that happen?
I have no idea, but man, it's so true though. Although talk about being an asshole, dude. I was such a little jerk in school. I was always a real jerk. Actually, when I think about it, because we're boys, that may be part of it.
True.
It's the way
The
of
boys in
things.
my school are like that too.
It's all about poop,
Yeah.
fart jokes, and poop.
Yeah. Boys are about aggression. A lot of it's about aggression. And if you can't, like, get that energy out, you're going to utilize it in some other way.
Almost definitely. Like, and if you don't have like a creative outlet when you're younger too, it also tends to lean into like being aggressive on top of it. You know what I mean? Because you don't have any way to funnel it out.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. I think that's what a lot of it comes down to. Me and my brother probably would have gotten into a whole lot less trouble if we had better creative outlets. Instead,
Good thing I did.
See, yeah. So I was absolute dog shit at drawing growing up. I barely could play any instrument. You know what I mean? And most of the time, it was just me and my brother fucking around playing video games all day. And when we did go out, we would go, like, play in the frickin' wash where all the water would come flying through when it wasn't a river and it was just a dried lake, like, dried riverbed. All the dumb shit you do when you get into that kind of stuff. Breaking into neighbors' yards and their hot tubs and shattering it. That one wasn't me. That was on my brother.
That was your brother, 100%. Yeah, I
How
remember
did
that.
you shatter a hot tub?
Had the cops called on him.
Yep. Oh, Mama Jeannie says a couple weeks ago I caught the 4-year-old threatening the 11-year-old with, "I'm gonna go pee in your room."
The crazy thing is, he would deliver.
What the?
It's not an empty threat.
Oh, dude. Oh, that
genuine.
That's so real, though. Especially if you know it's gonna
Struck
piss,
fear.
like, the grossest thing you can do to piss off your sibling. Like, my brother would piss me off, and I'd go, like, up to his drum set and, like, rub my balls on it and be like, oh, there you go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, does a kid need to do that? No. Probably gonna do it anyways.
Kids, man.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was wrong with me? What the hell was wrong with a lot of us?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Trying
I
to
have
figure
no
out
idea.
who we were, that's all. Just trying to find our way.
Luckily, a lot of
Am
us
I
grew
not
out of
I don't know. Gotta try a few things out first to find out.
I guess. Literally, I think my saving grace was the military. Like, that forced me to grow up a lot. Like, his even as like a late teenager, like at 18, I definitely, like, if I'm being honest, no guy actually grows a brain until we're about 26 to 28. That's when we
Yeah.
actually
I
start,
totally
like,
agree.
yeah, that's when we get
I
our
do
heads
agree.
screwed on right. But so, like, before that time, we're still doing dumb shit. Like, well into our 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a
Real.
lot of us that don't grow out of it, which is unfortunate. We have to have, like, some kind of example of, like, oh, okay, so I need to not fuck around and find out no more, and I should do something with myself.
Oh my god, that reminds me. I got another story.
Yay!
And this one I don't think it's embarrassing in a sense, it's more like guilt.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So it's actually not that long ago. Since you said even when we're growing up to adults, we still do stupid stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So this is gonna be a long one.
Lay it on us, man.
So it's actually started from Sky.
Oh, okay, so the video game Sky Children of Light.
Yep. So I met. Okay, so how do I? So there are 3 people that I knew from that game. Let's say Sarah was my bestie,
Okay.
and Sarah was friends with a couple. They were much older than us. I think the older one was like in law school or something. So these 2 were dating. Let's name Jared and Carl. Okay.
Okay.
Jared is the law school one. So me and Sarah tends to play with these guys, but they always seem to be in each other. So it's like me and Sarah, and this just them together. They kind of ignore us.
Oh, no. So they're the type of couple that
But-
when they're playing a game, it's just them, essentially?
Yeah, they were really
click.
like on each other.
Yep.
But it all changes when I don't exactly remember the structure of it, but I remember Sarah telling me that they are fighting. But in a sense that I don't remember, but I think they wanted to broke up. And it's all because of Carl. So Carl is like the kind of guy you see where he's buddy with everyone, not just his lover.
But the lover's,
And that's-
like, all about them?
Yeah, but like Jared, obviously he has class. He doesn't get buddy with everyone. But Carl is just up in everyone in that game. And it's not in real life, it's just in the game.
Oh, so he got jealous about
And-
what he was doing in the game, then?
I don't think it's jealousy. So this is how it happened. So Carl woke up Jared just to show a friend that he knows. And this friend, quote unquote, that he knows was like really close, and Jared felt like he really took his time just for Carl to show his friend that he's been close with. Just imagine, that's kind of weird. You show your lover that you got close with a friend to the point they're flirting. Yeah, so that's where it got bad. And I only knew this thanks to Sarah. And me and Sarah are close, right? I think Sarah tried to talk to Jared and Carl about it, but it didn't work out, and it made Sarah and Jared like cut ties. So
Shit.
yeah, and I'm only like the third person just getting the stories from all these three people. At first, I thought Carl was the quote unquote victim just before I know that Carl was buddy buddy with that other friend. They keep saying that Jared was the one that's too controlling or just limit his interaction with other people, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so this is before I talked to Jared. After talking to Carl and talking to Sarah, we both thought Jared was the wrong here. And I never got any interaction with him after they broke up. So when they broke up, I think it was like a few months after, I got to meet him again in the game. And to be honest, I was curious.
You
The
inserted
point
yourself.
that I won. What?
Did you insert yourself into the problem then?
I don't think I'm trying to, I don't think, in my opinion, trying to get into the problem, but more like I want to make Sarah and Jared be friends together because I know in the end that Carl was the one that's manipulative. And then I was like, I feel bad too, and I apologize to Jared, and I want to try get Sarah and Jared back together as friends. And I talked, and this is where I finally got the story in Jared's point of view. So until this one, I knew that Carl was the bad one, the manipulative one. I didn't say anything about Sarah yet, but I did tell her that Carl was the one that's wrong. And Sarah was like, oh my god, so I was being manipulative too. And she's been like, I'm so sorry, right? She wants to try and apologize to Jared. And in a way, Jared blocked Sarah, right? And I want to tell Jared that Sarah is sorry. I think it's the way that I worded it, but I tell it in the way that I tell Sarah about Jared's story. Like, trying to clear it up, right? But he kind of took it up when... Sorry, guys. Hold on, my mom is calling. BRB.
No, you're fine. Honestly, though, like, when it comes to the stuff online, dude, that stuff can be tricky. Like, because you never actually know. Like, yeah, you never know what the other person on the other side of the screen is like. Like, that is some...
Yeah.
That can be some spooky stuff, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Especially, well, the thing is, too, especially if you're not... So Discord, I feel like, is a good way for people to connect as long as they can be... Because it allows you to kind of interact with them outside of the game.
Yeah,
in
know
a
the
way
people
where...
better.
Right, it allows you to be a little more personable with everybody. But when you're just, like, getting to know each other and you're only communicating through the game... That's where, like, you can be anybody or anything. That can be kind of spooky sometimes.
Right.
Because, well,
Her mom called her and she's like, "You gotta stop telling that story. You're embarrassing."
It's like, what you realize? Everything you say on there is a reflection on me. My God, that's my mother 100%. That is my mother 100%.
Yeah, I would never tell my mom that I'm doing this.
You think she'd find out about that?
Especially with that one story.
Yep, she'd be like, I can't believe.
She's like, I was streaming Twitch the other day. Twitch, you don't even know how to work Facebook.
Dude. Like I said, that's one of those things where it's like, I hope my sister never sees this.
It's like, Mom, you're 84. What are you doing watching Twitch?
Dude.
Oh, yeah. Man.
When it comes to that online stuff, though, there are, like, so many opportunities for just turning yourself into a shit show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're dealing with everyone's fantasy, like who they want to be, their fantasy, and you just don't know. You don't know.
Well, that's the thing, is like a lot of people, when they're
with.
playing like an online game like that, there are a lot of people who will sit there and say, I can be whoever I want. I can reinvent myself when I'm playing this. So whoever I end up meeting, they can see the version of me that I want to present myself as no matter
Right.
what.
Yeah.
At least I think that's like the best way to go about it. Like that's the best way to kind of think about it when you're interacting with people online. Let's see, Mama Jeannie says, like when my mom went to look up the guy I was dating and she saw a profile picture of a tarantula and a cover photo of crawdads on fingers, I thought there's no way that is
Finger
him.
puppets.
And went to the next person on the list and was like, he's a Methodist pastor? What in the
Yeah.
world, dude?
They all thought I was a Methodist minister because they refused to believe that I was the tarantula hero.
This embarrassing ass profile picture surely can't be the guy.
Yeah. No, I was making gumbo, and I thought it'd be hilarious if I made finger puppets out of all the crawdads. They work surprisingly well when you just like, you tear the meat out and you got that whole upper half with the little pinchers.
Are you back, Blue?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Where were we?
Dude, phone call is a good way to get sidetracked, that's for sure.
Yeah. Even after this, I need to go out to my uncle's house.
Nothing like being busy right after sitting down for an hour and a half shooting the shit. Yeah, because for you, it's like middle of the day. For me and Michael, it's pitch black outside.
That's
Yeah, I'm in the
11:41 here.
future.
Where I'm at. You're in the future?
Yeah.
What?
Few
What the?
hours
What's
future.
it like? Do we still use cards?
Well, yeah, because you're
No,
what?
it
You're like
sucks.
It's
14
Just
hours
sucks
ahead
more.
of us. Or something like
Yeah,
that. Like
14
12 or
hours.
yeah, 14 hours.
That's pretty cool.
Cyborgs now. People everywhere. Sidewalks, on the office.
Oh,
I think I remember now.
okay.
Shall I continue my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so in the end, I talked to Jared, but he said in a way that he doesn't want anyone involved anymore. Like even talking to Sarah. I don't know why he despises her so much after that. But I was friends with Sarah for a while, and I know she wouldn't do anything, bad.
Right.
And so I tried talking to Sarah again, and she just messaged out an apology that I could send to him. But my mistake was
You're
didn't
the middleman.
I didn't send the apology first. I said to Jared that I talked to Sarah about it. when he said not to.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have good intentions, right? But he took it in a way in like betrayal, and I still feel really bad
Sheesh.
right now. And he blocked me in the end,
You need
and
to chill
I
out.
never got to send the apology Sarah sent.
So that kind of falls back into line, like with what I was telling Michael, is like you never know what the person really is like on the other side of that screen. You know what I mean? Like when they're
Yeah.
playing that game, they probably really are just living out that fantasy, being whoever they want to be. So they may like give off this aura of like, oh, I'm laid back, chill, nothing's gonna get to me, and they're just sitting there fuming on the other side. You know what I mean? Like this motherfucker. Like that's the
I
thing
think
is
that Jared
can't-
looked at me.
yeah, it's like you can't know what the other person on the other side is like thinking or feeling really.
And didn't even get to explain to before he blocked me, and I feel like so bad.
That sucks. But I mean, if he's gonna be like a fucking baby about it, it's probably for the best that you're not really talking to him anyways. You know what I mean?
I mean, kinda. I was getting close to him, and that kind of stings in a way.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Like I said to Mike also, like Discord is one of those things where, you know what I mean, you get the opportunity to get to know them and get to talk to them outside of the game and get to know the real person for the most part. I mean, you can still be whoever the hell you want to be on Discord, but because you're not playing the game, you're more likely to let a little bit of yourself shine through.
That's why I'm wearing my Pitt
Exactly.
sunglasses. This episode has been brought to you by Pitt sunglasses.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Full disclaimer, no, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. Sorry, no. But it can be.
It can be.
Support us, Pitt, with your
I don't know why
magical
you're giving
sunglasses.
off Futurama.
Oh,
Like, this is my first impression of you, and you're
Yeah.
giving off Futurama.
Futurama. It's one of my favorite
Yeah.
animated shows. Yeah, I love Futurama.
Oh, full disclosure, though, totally would be down for a sponsorship with something like Burger King or Taco Bell. I'd take me some.
Yeah. Especially right now.
Take me a gordita and a
Give me a
chalupa.
BK black card.
Man, I wish I could get a Burger King right now.
Giving chosen.
Those are
That
far
reminds
from
me,
my-
I totally forgot. A dream of mine came true yesterday. I stopped at McDonald's and I got a side of Big Mac sauce, and I immediately drove across the street and I got a double Whopper with no sauce, and I put the Big Mac mystery sauce on the Whopper,
Oh,
and it
dude.
may have been one of the best hamburgers I've ever had in my life.
You made a
Just
you made
saying.
a you made a Whopper Mac, a
I made a Whopper,
Whopper.
Mac,
Big Mac Whopper.
and it was amazing.
Dude, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Actually, one of the things that I actually learned from you back when I was a teenager, and a lot of people don't realize this, and I was actually just telling Bad Wolf about this not long ago, where
You know
you'd
you're
be
not supposed to learn things from me, right?
Oh, I know, but I did anyways. I know, but I did anyways. A lot of people don't realize that you can literally just about ask for anything at any restaurant, or you can order like a side of just about anything. Like when you go to sit down somewhere, you'd be like let's say you go to like a fancy sit down restaurant, and then you order like a big plate, and you're like, yeah, but could I also have like just a small piece of lasagna with that also? You can just have that just added on.
Really?
Yeah, see? Look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the Mama Genie's, it's dangerous. Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you really like fries and you go to a place and you're like, damn, they never give really good servings of those. I do that. I'll go to Chili's and I'll be like, yeah, could you just like give me extra fries? And they'll literally bring another plate of fries over at no charge because he thinks he's gonna get a bigger tip.
Yep.
He thinks he's gonna get a bigger tip. No.
He thinks, but doesn't get it.
What he thinks is his own business.
Oh, but no, like you bringing up the fact that you got that Big Mac
Yes,
sauce, it
like
reminded me. It's like, yeah, man, go sit down anywhere and you
Mac
can just
sauce.
add anything. Like almost 80% of the time, you can add anything to your order. Anything.
Yeah.
I'm a fat ass at heart, dude. I mean, a fat ass in real life. But the thing is you can go,
Through.
yeah, you go to any sit down restaurant and you'd be like, yo, like let's say you go to a place like IHOP where they do pancakes and bacon and eggs and stuff, and it's like, so I'm gonna order like this crepe with like the 2 eggs and the 2 pieces of bacon. Can you add on like 6 more bacon, 2 more eggs, and maybe another crepe with that? You're essentially ordering a whole second meal of the same thing, but you're like, just put it all in the same plate so I'm not embarrassed when everybody sees my fat ass eating 2 servings of this. Like you can get
one serving but big.
Oh yeah,
than 2
dude.
servings.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is like you'll almost always get what you want at a restaurant, especially if you just ask really nicely. The thing is most of those people, their days are so shit because they're getting yelled at by people all the time that if you're nice enough, dude, they'd be like, oh yeah, I mean I'll have to charge you extra for it, but sure I'll do it. You know?
So we learned that being nice gives you more food.
Oh yeah. See, Mama Jeannie says, I remember going to a restaurant with a friend and we weren't that hungry, but we needed to eat something. So we asked if we could get a basket of just fries. The waitress looked at us like we were insane. Oh, see, that's not cool though. But I bet they did it. But I bet they did it. They may have
Do
looked
they?
at you like you were crazy, but I bet they did it.
Did they?
I don't know. I hope they
To
did.
find out. Tell us, Mama Jeannie.
But yeah, no, that's like my fat ass shines through the most whenever I go to like a restaurant that like you can sit down. Yeah, dude, my fat ass shines out as soon as I sit down at a sit down restaurant. I go somewhere fancy like the Olive Garden. I'll order a giant thing of like chicken Alfredo. It's like, yo, can I have a side of lasagna with that? The waitresses is saying the bombs were fries. It's $7 and we got an entire giant platter of fries. See?
Nice.
See, you can get whatever the hell you want. You're going to pay for it, but you can get whatever the hell you want at any restaurant. I guarantee it.
Yeah. The menu is just a
Fries.
guideline.
Yeah.
If we learn anything, the menu is a guideline.
That is 100% the case. All right? And don't let anybody ever make you feel like you can't sit down and order 7 burgers at one restaurant to sit down and eat yourself in front of everybody.
That's your choice.
Their dominance.
If you want to
With
mukbang
7
and
burgers.
everybody, that's your choice.
That's exactly right. I choose to sit here and stuff my fucking face. If you don't like watching me eat 7 burgers in a row right now, you best just look away or leave because I'm sitting my fat ass here and I'm gonna eat them. And then I wonder how I got here.
I know exactly how I got here.
Almost anything as
it's
long as they
earned.
actually
It's all
have a dress
earned.
for. Yep.
Actually, that reminds me. Someone said the same thing. When you're eating cereals, so when you finish a bowl, there's a chance there will be some cereals left, and you pour some milk into it again. But now you're out of cereals, but more milk, and you put more cereals into it.
Gotta balance it
And
out.
then it's like an infinite loop.
Infinite loop.
Then I wonder, maybe that's why I'm fat.
Oh yeah, dude. And then you get that yummy milk that's got like 7 different cereals in it.
Yeah, it's like taking
it's always the
buttered
best
toast
part.
on the back of a cat and then tossing the cat, and
See
it just
which way it
spins
lands.
infinitely. One of the greatest videos online, by the way.
Oh, it's so good.
Powers the earth. It's free energy.
Crap. Well, I think we're probably getting close to the end here.
Well, ready?
I think so.
Time flies.
A few hours, huh? It's been a while.
Yep. Anybody want to have anything
been
else they want to say?
Oh, hour 21. That's what it is.
Yep.
How was that?
So you guys have anything else you want to close out on?
Okay, well, I had a really embarrassing story as an adult. Because I feel like maybe we all should have one of these. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
yeah. She just had one, so I mean, I guess I could do one. I had a friend.
No.
We'll just call him Tim because that was his name. Well, no, we'll call him Tim. And I knew this was like back in my late 20s, and Tim was notorious for just throwing a your mama. And every time I would talk to him, I would never be able to get the edge on Tim with the your mama jokes, and I never had the perfect setup, and it just never came. And his mom passed away one week, and we were together at like my brother-in-law's house, and this is a really stupid thing for me. It was so freaking embarrassing. But it's literally 2 days after his mom passed away, and he said something which was the perfect. I mean, we're talking months later. I finally get the perfect time to do your mom joke. All right. I don't even remember what he said. He's like, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, your mom? And he's like, oh, that was a good one. And then he just turns and walks away. And I'm walking away, and literally like 2 minutes later, it dawns on me that his mom just died like 2 days earlier. I was so freaking embarrassed. That's something that stuck with me more than anything else. When I think of being embarrassed, that it was that moment. I'm like, dude, I'm like so sorry.
Dude, that's horrifying.
I know. But he was so notorious with the your mom jokes, and I never had the edge until that. It's like he planned it. I'm not going to blame him for it, but maybe I should.
It's like he planned his mother's death.
You did this to me. You knew you were going to set me up for your mom joke, and then you pulled it at this time. You couldn't have done it 3 days ago?
Dude.
Yeah,
That seemed like a good sort of
so embarrassing. It was
know
so
why.
embarrassing.
My God, I've got secondhand embarrassment for that. Oh, dude. Oh, no.
Yeah, it was. It was. But I mean, we were still friends for a long time after that, and just he kind of got married and went his separate ways. And I have him on Facebook, you know, the old people's internet thing.
The old people's internet
Do you
thing.
think he actually find it funny?
You know, I can't really remember I can't remember what he was talking about when I landed it. I know it was really good, and it was funny. But I don't know if he really found it funny, or if he even thought of. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't even thinking about that. I don't know. But I was afterwards, and I'm like, oh crap, that's like
One of those things that keep
that was
you up
very.
at night.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like,
God.
I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Why?
dialogue option.
I feel that, dude.
So the moral of the story is, if your friend's like parent just died, especially their mom, don't do your mom's joke right afterwards. It's not.
No.
Wait a few years, maybe never. Actually, maybe
I
do
don't
some
think you
research.
should.
If they don't have a mom, maybe don't do a your mom joke.
You see, like, for me, like, when I'm... Oh, I'm like trying to think of like embarrassing adult stories. I don't have it close.
I can tell you for
Oh.
sure that I've never done. I don't think I've ever done a your mom joke since. I think that was the last time I ever did one. It was
that was the final one.
kind of burned it out of me. It's just not funny anymore.
It's
Never
like,
again.
Yeah.
yeah, I would. Yeah, that's a bit much, dude. Yeah, I think for me personally, the most embarrassing thing I've done as like an adult because I've like put such a limit on myself. Like since becoming an adult, I was like, I need to not fuck up no more. I think probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done was like we were getting ready to deploy when I was back in the army, and they have you kind of sitting in an auditorium with a bunch of people watching you, and like it's like a send off thing. I think the most embarrassing thing I've done as an adult was sitting in that auditorium in formation, everybody watching us, greeting us, and telling us bye, and then accidentally farting and just having it echo through the auditorium. That's probably the most embarrassing thing that's happened to me as an adult. That's almost for sure.
Oh no.
And you got to figure it's a somber thing, so it's nice and quiet. You know what I mean? Because they're like, "Oh,
man.
you're
Did it
deploying.
echo?
It's time for us to be respectful." Yeah, it echoed. I remember my first sergeant turning around, just looking at me, and I was like, "Okay,
I'm gonna murder you.
yep."
You have no idea how many miles you're gonna run after this.
Oh, dude, it was like, "You're so lucky. You're shipping out."
Yeah.
Oh, that also reminds me when I did something embarrassing in front of a crowd too. Yet again, it's elementary. So we had a race during Independence Day, and I was picked to do a running competition. And I was known to run fast, but I fucked it up so bad during the race. And it wasn't because I failed, but the moment the bell rang when we tried to run, I tripped myself right in the start.
Oh no! Right at the start.
Did you take anybody else out with you, or?
There were so many people. Like it was like a circle.
No.
Just watching. I tripped at the start. So there were boxes still for you to jump on. And because I tripped at the beginning, I destroyed the box.
No, dude.
Oh yeah.
And then we have Mama
painful.
Jeannie who says that she remembers something as well. Oh, I can't, dude. Ruining the box though for the race, that sucks.
Yeah, it was a cardboard box, but still, they had
Which
to
means
find
you crushed it.
Okay.
It was at a point. I don't think it hurt that much, but it's the embarrassment, man. I was like, I got up and just got to the side and walk away.
Yeah, no, that's one of those hang your head in shame things. Michael, we got a story coming from Mama Jeannie, something you don't even know.
I know Mama Jeannie's probably never heard the dog crap chocolate story. I'd never tell that one.
This is the place to get it out, man. Once it's out
Yeah.
there, you ain't got to be embarrassed. Well, I mean, well, I think it takes the edge off of the embarrassment a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I've never
And
told
they
anybody
were-
that your mama one either. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first. Yeah.
Let's see if Mama Jeannie's gonna get it out there. Because if it's something that I needed to have a D&C after this last kid.
Yeah.
DNC? Question mark?
Oh no, I'm missing it.
I don't get it.
You needed to have a D&C after the last kid.
A DNC?
It's a dilation and curettage.
Ooh, what is that?
It's has to do with I think it's a lady. It just has to do with the cervix and stuff.
Oh.
Depends how destroyed that you get after giving birth. So
See, I don't think that's embarrassing though,
Oh.
because the thing is popping kids out is something that us dudes can't even wrap our minds around because of how freaking painful
Yeah.
it is and how much like crap you guys' bodies go through for that. Like, ain't nothing embarrassing about that. That's some hard fucking work.
right.
I was talking about the DC universe.
Got to bring Batman in.
Was this the
no.
last pregnancy? Because that makes sense after all the things you had to go through after that one. That's yeah.
Some hard shit, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
But like, how do you think the older people like from the 90s, 70s, gave birth. Like they had 7
Oh,
children
no.
and they walk fine.
Well, they
Like,
used
they
to just
came
deliver
out
them
of
with
a dungeon.
storks back then, right? Just stork delivery.
Okay, but hang on real fast. Mama Jeannie, you said you got back to... So you were in the operating room, and they tried to numb, and it didn't work, so they were getting ready to put you under, and you farted against a metal in a brick room. So that... Okay, operating theaters echo. Operating theaters echo loud. So yeah, that must have been a fucking event for those people. If they were not expecting it. No. Dude.
That was outside of your control.
Yeah, no, that's fair, especially if you just had a kid. All right, everything down there is kind of
right.
Been an ordeal.
Yeah. I think even my sister also had something similar.
It's like trying to push a kid out and the frickin' baby falls out onto a pile of shit that you just pushed out with it. You know what I mean? Kid comes back with the back of their head being smeared and shit. No, I'm sure you were happy you were being put to sleep. Yeah, I would have been. Yeah, nope, that's fair. That is embarrassing. I'll give you that.
At least you're laughing while you're going out.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, I could do with a second of not having to remember this.
It's still. I'm dead now.
Okay, but with that, I think we're probably good to call the from here.
Hey.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, so I think what we can do is we can call this a happy end to the first podcast, and then we will go ahead and start working on what the next topic for the next podcast will be in 2 weeks.
Fantastic. I'm up for it.
Yep, so...
Maybe we get even more people in on the call.
Yep, I mean, that would be nice. So the plan is for us to live stream the podcast every other Wednesday, and then hopefully get it uploaded onto YouTube within the next week. So that way, like, you'd have the live stream next week, upload next week after that, following podcast.
Nice. So like same time?
Same time.
Bet channel, same bet place.
Yep.
Like the first podcast is a success.
It is. I am so glad to have you guys here. Thank everybody for coming in and chatting and hanging out. We appreciate the lurkers. We appreciate those who are willing to contribute. Thank you guys so much, Michael, Blue. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out and doing this with me.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. I'm so glad I got to hang out with you guys, and I hope you guys have a good night. And Blue, I hope you have a good day.
Yep.
In the future.
Yep.
In the future.
Enjoy the future.
And we will catch you guys next time. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day and nights.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.